Hi. Hi, everybody. My name is Carmela, and our subject matter will always be enough is enough. But the topic today is a man gets tired too. So today I have a guest, and I want her to share with you the areas as a woman that she knows she's made a mistake in making her man tired. Because they do get tired. Hello? So my guest speaker today, her name is Tay, aka Tay. Now Tay, can you tell me please, in what areas of your life that you know when you were in your relationship that your man was getting tired by the things that you know you did that you knew frustrated him? Can you tell me?
Sure. Nagging was the one of our biggest pet peeves of his. I might intentionally like to pick his buttons on purpose because I like to irritate him.
Okay, and when you begin to irritate him, what did it bring about in your relationship?
Irritation towards me, but I got his attention, so.
Okay. Was he not giving you enough attention?
He was. I just wanted more of it from him at the time, so I would poke him.
Okay.
Punch him.
Mm-hmm. Now, in doing that, if he got angry, whose fault would you think that was? His or yours?
Oh, I knew it was mine.
Okay.
I knew the situation was caused because of myself. But also, different little things. Spending money irritated him because I had a bad spending habit. Also, some of the things that we did with our children irritated him. So, yeah. And I knew the things that I would do with the kids and my money would irritate him, just to know that he would pick up the slack. So,
Why is it that a lot of people think most relationships are caused by the man? What do you think?
Well, it's the quickest way to say a man will do anything because he's the quickest one to step out, per se. But, each situation has different strokes for different folks. So I can only speak for my situation. I always thought my situation was pushed because we both were young, but as time grew on, we just irritated each other. But after a while, we grew up and understood that, okay, we can't go tick for tack because nobody's going to win. So we learned to compromise. And when we did, we became better people and better parents.
You know, one of the things I talked about on this segment with a man get tired too is that the different stories that I got from men that talked about the things that the women did that caused them to have reaction. Now, if a woman hits a man, right, do you think it's fair? I mean, after she constantly bugs him, that if he hits her, he tries to get away, because I've seen a lot of women get away. When you hit a man, when you hit your man, in particular, this particular one we're talking about right now, if you hit him, as a matter of fact, did you ever hit your man?
Yes, I did.
Okay, what happened when you hit your man?
He didn't hit me back. He would always clap his hands and be like, keep your hands off me, woman. He went from my middle name to woman.
Okay.
So it escalated until he had to, sometimes he was like, grab me and say, stop putting your hands on me. I'm not hitting you, don't hit me. I've been shook out 4 times. Stop touching me.
And the thing about that, if the police was called, not even on your part or his part, who do you think would be the first one going to jail?
He would. He was bigger than me.
He was bigger than you?
He was taller than me.
Oh, he was taller than you.
I'm bigger than him.
Oh, you were bigger than him. Okay. So if the police was called and you were the first one to hit him, he would be where?
He would be in jail, and I would have to bail him out because I wasn't trying to put him in jail. It was just, I had to touch him.
So now, just with me and your conversation, isn't it so easy to say that a man get tired too?
Very much so.
They get tired. And I think men get okay, thank you. Now, was it easy or hard for him to get a job?
It was hard.
Okay, can you tell me why do you think it was hard for him to get a job?
Besides him being a black man, in the society we live in, some of the choices that people make it hard for them. But he was a persistent person at times, so he would get jobs. Me, on the other hand, I was always a strong person. He's strong as well, but I felt my money was bigger than his, so I would kind of make him stay at home.
So you made him a stay-at-home man?
He hated it.
I'm so glad you said that. Listen to what she just said. Now, for some of you are looking at this person, they look alike. Yes, this is my oldest daughter. So she is one of the first ones I'm interviewing because she's my daughter, but I know she's had her own experiences outside of my experiences. You understand what I'm saying? And so she just said something very good. She said her man hated being at home. A lot of time, you women out there think these men don't like having a job, they're not looking for a job. Was your man tedious, or did he work hard to try to find a job?
Yes, he did.
And when he didn't find a job, how did you make him feel?
Initially,
Yes.
bad, but eventually when I saw his hustle and that he was actually doing what he was supposed to do, I congratulated him. I was proud of him. I stepped off, but it took talking to you and other people to realize he wasn't a bad dude. He was just the world we was living in and him being a black man.
Now he's a yellow man, right? He was a yellow man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you think it's harder for a yellow man or harder for a man that's dark-skinned?
I think it's harder for the brown man, period.
The brown man, period.
Brown, dark. I mean, depending on what field you're in, it's easier. But for him, it was, I guess, depending on what job, and his name kind of stood out. So if he wanted to and changed his whole wardrobe, maybe he could have went into the field he went to school for. But he was a hands-on kind of guy. So I can say it depends, on the person.
Now, one of my segments here, Enough is Enough, and the topic being the men get tired too, I was saying a lot of times that men don't know how to treat their wives or live-in girlfriends because of how their mother treated them. What do you think about that?
Well, I can't really speak on that situation. He lost his mother at a young age, so the time he did have with his mother, like I said, he was a great father. Mm-hmm. As a man, we grew together because we were both young, so we grew to learn each other so we learned our journeys together. He had male figures in his life on both sides, on my side and on his side, so I guess he was trying to weigh the balance. But having your parents in your life and your mother to be exact to help you grow up to be the man you are supposed to be for women is pretty. I guess you need that, and having it taken and then being raised by your sister or another family member trying to do that and still breathe. So I can say he was taught well. His intentions were well.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he knew how to treat you as a man?
After a while, yes. He learned.
Okay. Now, how long were you in a relationship with your male friend? Now, he was the father of your children, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so how long were you in a relationship with him?
Jeez, 10 years since, before Candace was born. Yeah.
So was your relationship kind of like on and off? Okay, at any time that you guys ever break up?
Yes.
Now, whose fault was it that you broke up?
His.
It was his fault on both times?
No, initially it was his fault. The second time, it was my fault. I wasn't playing second to anybody. I didn't want to have to compromise after all we've been through. Mm-hmm. I just felt that we were in a different place. We were both working. We were both in a good mental place, but mental, physicals, we were connected really close at this time before I left. But he was trying to make peace with his past, and his past wouldn't let go.
Okay. Well, we'll be right back. I have to pause for the calls. All right? So 5, 4, 3, 2, and